Everyone. This is showing an instructional video showing you how you're going to go about creating your process book, as well as how you're going to post your uploads to OpenLab. So essentially in Google Slides, you're going to go in and you will go you're going to go to the template gallery, and in there, essentially you can either choose to create this blank and create it on your own, or you can go and choose a selection of various different presentation templates in there. The choice is yours. And once you do that, once you've actually selected your template, you're going to just start building your process book. So essentially, you'll see on the left side, you'll get a whole bunch of different master slides, and you can delete whatever ones you don't want to use in there. Essentially, you will customize it to what you need, which is really going to be just simple a documentation of, writing about what you've been working on and what you've been thinking, and dropping in screenshots of that information. So in the process book is just going to be title page where just going to name it whatever, just be named process book. And the way I have it is just process book, my name, the class, and the section. And that's all I really need in the process book. And then essentially, I'm going to document my sort of thinking through the weeks that we are working on. So it's from week 1 to week 15 now. And in that, essentially, I'm just going to have a header that explains what week it is, and then, writing up in my text, what it is that what I had my thoughts for that day, what I'm thinking of, what I thought of the experience of the class or the lecture, anything and everything in terms of what takes you from your design journey from the very beginning, of exploring and discovering what this is all about, from topics to issues to techniques to down to exercises we do in class, to quizzes, to readings, and so on like that, down all the way to where you actually start working on your actual project. So in that, essentially, you're just going to go in and document the aspects of what you're going to be working on over the next 15 weeks. So here in there, I have examples of screenshots of the class. Like say I was taking screenshots during the live lecture. I'm just going to go in and upload, or insert my screenshots into, said week slide. And there's no limitation on how many slides can encompass each week. It depends on what you have to say. So I've corresponded on here sort of like the introductory class of what we did, showcasing some of what was in class, as well as then sort of capturing sort of the homework, as well as the first breakout that we were working on, the project plan. And, in this exercise here, not exercise, but in my posting and my sample, I have not written on my project plan, but I would like to see everyone write on their particular project plan. Then I go into the next week, and I start talking about the next week where, I'm going and I want to know, what is this topic about? What is this theme? What's involved with design for good? What is design for good? And so I've shown screen captures of me searching definitions of what that is. And then more screen captures as I go into these various sites to understand really what topics are in there, and kind of seeing some examples of projects on that. And I'm just documenting what I'm doing as I'm learning and exploring, each week. Then I'm also showcasing example of the breakout of the Miro board that we are working on to determine as a class, what did this topic mean? So I'm showcasing everything that I can think of as I go through and explore. Then I showcase my week 3, and I'm going to showcase some of the things that I'm working on through week 3. And this is an example of the boards of the bigger discovery of, of this general umbrella theme to understand what different topics are in there. So I took screen captures of Miro. So, excuse me, I took a big screen capture of the overall board, and then I did a smaller, zoomed in, tighter screenshot of the particular, board group that I'm working on with my fellow creatives. And in doing that, I'm also documenting, sort of showing the communication that I did through Slack with them, and then snapshots of the homework that we were working on in terms of the examination of SVA presentations. And so that's a showing of sort of like how you start building your particular process book. Everyone will have their own different journeys as they go through it, and their own different sort of examinations and talking. But once you compile it, this will be a continual project, continual process going through. And as I said, how you set it up and how it looks is all up to you. But once you have finished for the particular week, and if there's designated times when I will tell everyone, okay, we need to upload your process books. When that time comes and you've done the slides that you need for the corresponding weeks, you just go up to the share button, and then what you want to do is just hit copy link, and that's going to copy your link to your clipboard. And then you want to go into OpenLab, and under student interactions, where you'll have student posts, that's where we will now house your process book, your process uploads. And I will designate particular posts for those uploads. So this is going to be the most active one, which is process board check-ins week 3. And essentially, once this instruction video is done, you'll see that this video will be posted underneath here. And then all you're really going to do is actually go into the comments, drop your name, even though as a member of OpenLab, it'll pop up your avatar, but just in the habit of just putting in your name, and then underneath just paste that link, and then just post the comment. And as it goes, now what's City Tech right now? Okay, so it now posts, and you will see it, and I should say I will see it. And don't worry about the coding as it stretches over into the sidebar. That's just a WordPress glitch. But I will just be able to then now just click onto that link and be able to examine your process book, as well as your fellow creators will all be able to, share and look at each other's particular work, so that way we're not working in a vacuum as a group now. And that's pretty much all you will have to do for the process book and the process uploads. As we get deeper into the project, there'll be much more meat that goes into those slides, but this is a showcase of how you do it for the coming weeks. Hopefully that was helpful, and I look forward to seeing when we start posting everyone's books.